Woke up to the sunrise, feeling brand new. The world's so wide, and I'm ready to break through. The rose calling my name, it's a wild, sweet sound. Every step I take, I'm just turning it around. I've seen the mountains, the oceans, the skies. Every sunrise paints a new surprise. City so far, I'm chasing the dream of who we are.
I am in Las Vegas, Nevada. Last stop on my trip around the world. 5 a.m, or just gone 5 a.m, and I'm going on a trip to a place called Antelope Canyon. I'm also here to meet up with lots of other people for the wedding of Teresa and Steve. No one else wanted to come to Antelope Canyon because it's too much of an early start and a really big day. It's like 13 hours long. So I have to make it over to that place, Treasure Island, to be picked up. I've seen very little of the strip so far. Just walking along, seeing a couple of the resorts like the Venetian, Caesar's Palace. Don't really know what I think of it. I mean, I always knew it was going to feel very artificial and fake here in Vegas. It's pretty in its own way, but I think it actually feels more artificial than I was expecting. And that's the Venetian, where they have the gondolas. Obviously there's none there at the moment, but apparently it's like very expensive to ride on a gondola here. Probably works out more than it does in Venice. Finally arrived at our first stop, which is about 4.5 hours since we left this morning. Somehow I'm soldiering on through.
It's so busy. I told you.
And the first stop is Horseshoe Bend, which is just ahead of me now. Should be some great views from up there. All that seems to be around me, it really is just desert, as well as other people that are hiking down to Horseshoe Bend. And here it is, Horseshoe Bend. It is a really beautiful view, and as you kind of edge your way around, it does change a little with the shape of it. So we were told to avoid any rattlesnakes because it is rattlesnake season. So as long as we're careful and don't go off the path, although I have gone off the path now to get to the views of Horseshoe Bend. But I'm fairly sure I'd hear a rattlesnake before seeing one. Waiting for my tour to start of Upper Antelope Canyon. I have got to wait about an hour, which is longer than I was expecting, to be honest. But the difference between upper and lower, because I was thinking about doing lower. So lower is shaped like a V, and it's meant to be a lot busier, but it does look really cool because you have to climb down and it's a lot more adventurous, I would say, but it can be more crowded and you don't always get the same types of light beams as you do with upper. So upper is shaped more like an upside down V, and it's only during the middle of the day when the sun is high in the sky that you're going to be able to get any nice pictures or any nice views of what's inside. It can be very dark unless the sun is shining down from the top. In order to get to the start of the canyon, you have to go into one of these trucks to be driven down there. Surprised how good the photos seem to be coming out. I don't think we've got the best slot. The best slot's about 11 o'clock. It's now 1:30. But still, some of the lighting and the way it looks inside here is absolutely incredible. So it's called Antelope Canyon because they believed it was antelope that were migrating through here, but it wasn't actually antelope. It was long-horned deer, because you only get antelope in Africa. But they still kept the name Antelope Canyon. and it was discovered in 1939, I believe, by a young girl, and since then it's slowly become more and more popular. So you can actually touch the sandstone. It's actually quite smooth, it feels quite smooth, and it's been formed over millions of years through water being stuck here, flooding, and slowly it's become bigger, and that's why there's so many twists and turns throughout the whole canyon. We've come to the outside of the canyon now. It was quite dark in there, so I don't think the video footage has come out all that well, but some of the photos from in there have come out really, really well. I'm happy with them. It doesn't take too long to get through the canyon, but we kept stopping to look at different parts of it. Start, the long day, being absolutely exhausted. That was definitely worth it, and I think this will be a highlight of my Vegas trip. To have got shots of the light beams, you have to get here around about 11 AM. So any tours I tried to book, there was none available for that, and apparently that's because tickets for the 11 AM tours go on sale in December and they sell out within days for the entire year. So if you're really desperate to see the light beams, you have to make sure you book tickets as soon as they go on sale for the year. But I'm pleased with what I've seen, pleased with the colours and the experience of just walking through that canyon. I may just about have time to swing by and make it with everybody else for the high roller, so I'm just trying to get there as quickly as possible, and it's just over here. Alex and Robin have got a booking at this place called The Lock, inside the Cabinet of Curiosities. It's meant to be a really cool cocktail bar. Thursday morning, the day of the wedding. This isn't until this evening. In a couple of hours, the boys and myself are going to be doing some go-karting, F1 go-karting, but that gives me a little bit of time to get some breakfast and explore the strip a little bit. I wish I'd brought my hat because the sun is strong. Yeah, when I explore next time, I'm wearing my hat. Well, next door to Denny's is a Hard Rock Cafe. I had a quick look at the menu. Apparently they serve an English breakfast here, which I'd prefer to an American. But the one good thing about it here is they have live music playing at like 9 o'clock in the morning. It's actually quite cool. So I'm just going to make my way down to the Luxor and then walk back up the strip, checking out some of the different casinos. But I don't think I'll have a chance to go in them because we've all got to meet up shortly for the go-karting. will gamble a little bit. I'm going to probably put $50 aside to gamble with. I know it's not a lot, but I'm not really a gambler. Maybe I was at one point, but not anymore. But it is kind of a cool vibe, although a lot of the casinos look the same. I did try one of the slot machines yesterday, put in $1, won $3, played with my $2 winning, and lost it. But that's all I'm going to do on the slots. I'm not going to play the slots anymore. I think I'll probably just play roulette if I can find a good roulette table in one of the casinos. But looking around here, the Luxor, there are quite a few roulette tables, blackjack tables, but it's mainly slots. Slots seem to be the biggest thing nowadays. The roulette tables here will usually have a disadvantage compared to the European tables because they'll have 2 greens, like a 0 and a 00. But as long as I'm prepared to lose the $50 and just enjoy the experience, then that's good enough. So yeah, the hotels are actually, although it's artificial and a bit tacky in some ways, they can be quite impressive as well. I mean, like the Luxor, having a whole sort of Egyptian feel. Yeah, they've done a really good job of how a lot of the statues and hieroglyphics and everything look in Egypt, you know? So maybe this is one of the better casinos, I don't know. The only problem is this is quite further down the strip. It's kind of at the start of the strip. So I don't know if I'm going to be coming down this far again. I'm going to probably stay around the sort of middle area where I'm staying at the Flamingo. Well, I just played roulette and I'm up $45. Put down $80, it's a lot, I know, but I've got $125 now. So I'm going to cash out, as that might be me done. I might try some more gambling at some point. I'm not going to go over the top. As I'm staying at the Flamingo, I thought I should get some video of the flamingos that live here. Currently on Fremont, which is downtown Vegas, the old part of Vegas. Did the wedding. They basically got married by Elvis Presley, or an Elvis Presley lookalike. It was actually really, really funny. It wasn't quite what I was expecting. It was kind of hilarious. Good fun. Yeah, Fremont is really interesting. It's very different from the Strip. It's really busy here, really loud. There's a lot of free concerts, free gigs. Quite expensive, the bar we were just in, but yeah. I'm going to explore this for a little bit, then I've got to try and catch up with all the others.